no numbers, there's no pictures, there's no videos, there's no gameplay. I don't like it.
Yo, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Hope you guys are doing well. Hope everyone's having a good day so far. And today, Freemers, we are back with another Palia video. This time around, I'm going to do another how-to video for Palia for you guys. I haven't done one of these since Palia launched, and I think I kind of learned slowly on this channel, like, I'd rather do the playthroughs than just show you guys how to do things or do tutorials for you guys, because I feel like there's enough videos of those out there. But specifically this one, I feel like this is a special one for the Free Realms community and everything else. And for the first time, I'm going to show you guys how to get something in Palia, which I don't do often. But I'm going to show you guys how to get the Chatty plushie in Free Realms. In Palia, sorry, you got Free Realms on the brain. I'm going to show you guys how to get this plushie, because I know a lot of people who played Free Realms want to get into Palia and want to get this plushie. So without further ado, let's jump into it. So kind of to start, we're going to read off the little blurb that Singular 6 made, which is pretty important stuff. It actually covers a lot and gives us some insight into like what's really going on. So the Free Realms TM, keep that in mind. Chatty plush. Ever since we announced Palia, we've had tons of players tell us that it reminds them of a very special game from back in the day called Free Realms TM. Since launching, we've had a ton of players tell us that it brought some of that magic back for them. In honor of this, we've asked our friends over at Daybreak Game Company if we could put a little something from Free Realms TM into Palia. And as an homage, their spelling isn't the greatest, but we'll move past it, okay? And as a homage to the current Palians who still have that love for their time in Free Realms TM, you might find a somewhat familiar face. Chatty the plush. And we'll move on to the next blurb here. From noon PT today until Tuesday, July 1st, anyone who watches 6 hours of their favorite Palia Twitch drops enabled content creator will be rewarded with the Chatty plush. This is a way of us saying thanks to the games that came before us. Additionally, he'll be added as a drop in Zeki's Wondrous Machine from this patch onward. If you're not a Free Realms TM fan, then enjoy the cute plush. But if you are, just remember that like in Free Realms TM, in Palia, you rule, which that you rule is that's a reference to the first commercials that came out for Free Realms, and Chatty says that line. I believe it might be the only thing he actually says to us, but pretty cool. And then this last part here, Free Realms and Chatty are TM, copyright 2025, Daybreak Game Company LLC. So for those who don't know, and we're going to talk about this in another video, but I just want to bring it up here for now. Daybreak does own Free Realms still, which I didn't know that. I thought they lost the rights to it or something. I don't. Apparently they still own it, which is crazy. So the only reason that I think Chatty is in Palia now, the plushie, is because of Daybreak, which is nuts to think about. But regardless, this video isn't about that. This video is about how to get this little guy. And it was kind of mentioned here, but just to kind of go into it, look at this little guy. Look at him. He's so cute. Frick, man. It is so, like, this is a fever dream. Like, this shouldn't be happening, but it is. But it is. We have a plushie now of Chatty, which I don't think we had the Bat Pack in Free Realms, but I don't think we ever had a plushie. Like a little guy of Chatty, you know? I know we had the costume. I guess that's like as close as we got, but still, this is sick. It's awesome. But yeah, so moving on, how do you get this guy? Well, I'm going to explain to you in depth, okay? So, in order to get Chatty, you need to watch a Twitch streamer who is playing Palia, who has drops enabled. If you don't know what Twitch drops are, look them up, get yourself, configurated on that, because I'm not going to explain Twitch drops here, but Twitch drops are basically like in-game rewards. And you go to Twitch, you set up your drops, whatever. You have to watch a Palia Twitch streamer who has drops enabled for 6 hours, which, listen, I'm not going to... Here's the thing. I really, because I'm so focused on the stuff I do with Palia, I could care less about the people that stream Palia over on Twitch, or the other people that do content for Palia. It's a competitive game in the content creation space, of course. Not Palia is not competitive at all. Point being, I'm just in there to get the drops and I'm gone. Like that's it. So if you guys are like me and you do not care about the streamers that are stream Palia and you just want the drops, there's a couple of methods here. If you actually want to watch a streamer you care about, go for it. That's your prerogative. But for those who don't, basically, I would recommend, someone recommended this, pull Twitch up on your phone as long as you have drops enabled, open that stream, have your phone on for 6 hours, and then you'll get notifications. Like, go to bed or something. Like, do this at night. Have your phone open for 6 hours with that stream open, and go to bed and wake up, and boom, you have Chatty. It's that simple. I kept my computer on for about the whole night while I was sleeping, so I got Chatty pretty well. And also, on top of Chatty, you do get Zeki coins, which we're going to talk about in a second. But you also get some new furniture, which looks super dope. So you're getting a bunch of other stuff on top of Chatty. So now, the one thing I did talk about is, like, I don't like that Chatty is behind Twitch drops. I do think it's a little scummy, but it's not. So basically, and also I love the Twitch drop saying it says June 12th to July 3rd. So I don't know if they extended it, but if they did, cool. But yeah, so basically I'll show you guys the process on how Twitch drops work. So like, once you have to go to drops, but you'll click on the campaign. You'll kind of have to scroll all the way down, depending on if you're on PC or mobile, whatever. But you find the Radiance Rising update Palia thing, and you click on it, and then you click on the little link that says go to a participating live channel. You click on that channel, and this will soon pop up, and it'll show your progress. And then all you have to do is wait it out, and eventually you'll get it. Literally what I try to do is I AFK. Obviously in the stream I go to sleep, but I try to find a 24-hour, like 24/7 streamer that is doing Palia and has drops enabled, because that is the fastest way to get it done. But regardless, on top of that, it's just, I like seeing, it's so weird because Twitch wasn't really a thing. I mean, it was, but I didn't start streaming on Twitch until 2015. I've been streaming on Twitch for a decade, by the way. Not that any of you care, but what's interesting is, like, seeing the word Free Realms on Twitch is insane. I think there's a category for Free Realms, but I don't know, because I'm pretty sure Twitch was Justin TV when Free Realms was around. Which is, it's nuts to me it's nutty, dude. But seeing the word Free Realms on Twitch is so super cool, and seeing like Chatty in there is super neat. But then, like, yeah, you get the little close-up of the little guy. Look at him, dude. So sick. But it is interesting that Free Realms is still under Daybreak's ownership. I find that so interesting. But, yeah. And then once you've watched for a consistent amount of time, the 6 hours in total, you will get a notification next to the little Prime crown. And it'll say you're now eligible to get Free Realms TM Chatty Plush or Palia. Again, seeing that Free Realms name in there is just... it's awesome. And then of course you go back to the drops page where you were checking your progress. You hit claim now on all of these to ensure you get it. And assuming you have drops connected to Palia, they'll be in your inventory when you launch the game. And then of course claim now for Realms Chatty Plush. And then of course you can see him in full color. It's crazy. It's wild. Now, on the topic of, if you don't want to watch a Twitch channel to get Chatty, and you don't have drops enabled, you don't want to do the whole sit in a streamer stream for 6 hours that you don't care about, and you want to get it a different way. Now, after July 3rd or July 1st or whenever they're ending the drop thing, you will be able to get it in-game, which is super sick. So the way you get it in-game is through Zeki, and I already figured that because they had Chatty right next to Zeki in his shop. So I figured, oh, he's just going to be available via the Wondrous Machine. Now, you might be asking, what's the Wondrous Machine? Well, let me tell you. So, the Wondrous Machine is Zeki's way of basically saying, hey, thanks for being a loyal customer, you know? But the whole thing here is how you get to these Wondrous machines. They're either in Zeki's Underground, which you can access from any time, but the Underground itself is active from 6 p.m. in-game time to 3 a.m. in-game time. So I would just recommend going to the Underground when it's like populated. But you can go at any time as long as you have coins. But there's also a Wondrous machine in Zeki's shop. It's literally right next to his shop, so it's not hard to miss. But in order to use the Wondrous machine, you need these items called Zeki coins. Now, how do you get these coins? You might be asking. You might be wondering that. Well, so fun fact here. We'll just go back a little bit. So, how far back do we want to go? Here. If you watch a Twitch stream for 1 hour doing the drops, you will get 3 coins. I'd recommend saving them because Chatty is not immediately in the Wondrous machine. Not until, I'm assuming, sometime in July. Now, the only other way to get these coins, and it's really easy, I've kind of laid this out for you guys from easy, medium, hard. So, the ways you can get these coins. So, the first way you can get these coins is simply by buying stuff from Zeki. You buy 1 item, I think, per real-life day, you get a coin. So, you just buy whatever, you buy 1 item for cheapy, you'll get a coin in the mail at your plot, and then you can save it. And that's what I'm doing. I'm saving them. I'm going to get a bunch of Chatty plushies. I'm going to make an army, dude. It's going to be awesome. But that's the easiest way to get a Zeki coin. You just, per day, you log on, buy something, wait for it to pop up in the mail, and there you go. Now, that's the first way. That's your first easy way. The second way is a little medium. It's on the medium side of difficulty to obtain. But you can go down to the Underground when it is active, so from 6 p.m. to 3 a.m. in-game time, and you can simply buy a coin. You can buy a coin for 10,000 gold, which is a lot. By the way, that's not cheapy dollars right there, but it is a lot of money. And whether or not you're willing to spend that chunk of change, well, that's up to you. But I do recommend just doing the first way. It's easier, but there is another way you can get, and they're not a one-time purchase. You can keep buying them if you want to. Now, the next hardest way, which I still haven't beaten this course, but the hardest difficulty mode to getting a Zeki coin, to get multiple, by the way, is doing the obstacle course in Palia. I have never beaten this thing. It's hard. It is like, you would have had to master getting this done. Like, you would have master climbing, gliding, jumping. Oh man. It's a tough one. I've gotten pretty far, though. I will say I've gotten close to the end, but I don't think I'll ever attempt it again. I don't know. I feel like it's not really worth it if you're only getting Zeki coins, but, you know, to each their own. But that is how you obtain the Chatty plushie. In July, he'll be available in the Wondrous machine. You can just get him there. However, I will just mention this here, that the Wondrous machine itself is RNG. So there's a bunch of different items in this Wondrous machine, dude. It's not just one little Chatty plushie. There's a bunch of plushes in here. There's a bunch of different items in here. So you have, it's random. So you can try your hand at it, but I do recommend just doing the Twitch drops. It is not that hard to do. It's simple. Just, I recommend doing it because odds are you're just like, you have a small chance getting it from the machine, but you have an immediate chance of getting it from Twitch drops. But on top of that, I do want to talk about something I'm going to be doing with my community in my Discord. That I believe by the time this video is out, I will have announced it. And it's going to be really fun. So what we're going to be doing in the community is I want to start a competition. And the competition basically is whoever has the best looking Chatty setup. So, you know, basically take a screenshot of your in-game plot setup and show where you've set up Chatty. And if you have a cool little Chatty setup, I will be up front. I will be buying you guys some Freemer merch for like, you know, we'll do like first, second, third place. And I will be buying you guys some merch, your choice. some Freemer merch, because we do have Freemer merch. It's somewhere in my link tree, I'm sure, but yeah, I want to just treat you guys and celebrate this Free Realms little victory we have. I think it's really cool that that Singularity 6 have acknowledged Free Realms finally publicly, and not just behind the scenes. I think that's really neat. So yeah, if you guys want to participate in the competition, feel free to join the Discord, and I will have the listing of the competition, I believe, in one of the channels in the Discord. But yeah, I just want to do a fun little thing to celebrate this little Free Realms victory we have, and yeah, that's going to be the video for today, but thank you guys for watching. If you did, as always, I appreciate it a ton, and I will see you guys in the next video, and yeah, goodbye!